Hey everybody, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. On today's video, I wanted to go into the MLS and compare Murrieta, the Murrieta housing market, to the Temecula housing market in 2020, and then also give some information and thoughts on moving forward into 2021. People that might be interested in this video would be home buyers. I'm going to go over the median home price in the last 90 days for both Temecula and Murrieta. I'm going to go over, number of homes actually put on the market in both Temecula and Murrieta. And just generally, I want to give statistics so people not only in this area, but around America, have an idea of what might be a better fit for them, in regards to these two cities. I get calls all the time, from people across America. Obviously the channel is Exploring Temecula, but people do ask questions about the surrounding area. So I thought it would be a really good idea to do a dive into both the Murrieta and the Temecula housing market and give you statistics, again, straight from the MLS. I'm not making these up. Give you some numbers. So you, as either a home buyer or a home seller, understand, what to expect moving forward. And then also, as I mentioned, I'm going to go into the MLS and I'm going to show you median home prices for around a 2,300 square foot home in both Temecula and Murrieta, and what has closed in the last 90 days. So hopefully you enjoy the video. Make sure you subscribe too. We're really trying to ramp up our videos this year, and we really want to give people across the United States the opportunity to learn about this amazing city and this amazing area. I've said it many times on multiple videos. This is my favorite city that I've lived in across Southern California, and I love sharing what it has to offer for people maybe thinking of moving to this area. So make sure you subscribe, and then also, like I mentioned in my other videos, there is a home search in every single one of our videos now down in the description. So having said all that, let's get into the video. Okay guys, so here is Temecula and Murrieta. For those of you that see or watch my market updates, my monthly market updates, this is going to look familiar to you. It's called InfoSparks. This is where all of my information comes straight through from the MLS. Over here, we're going to do a 3-year chart. I'm going to do it as monthly, and we're not going to look at everything at the bottom of here, but I just sort of wanted, one of the reasons why it's good to compare, or why I can compare Temecula and Murrieta, is the populations are very similar. I think they're both around 113,000 as of 2019. So obviously it's good to compare these two cities because they are very similar. For those of you that are contemplating, whether Temecula or Murrieta is a better fit for you, they're both great, safe cities. You're not going to go wrong with either of them. If you want to get into more details of, why one is better than the other, just contact me and we can go over those. So we're going to start off with new listings, and as you can see, very similar throughout the last 3 years. Between Temecula and Murrieta, not much to really look at here. The only big difference might be, July of this year, there was, maybe 40 homes difference in regards to being listed in those months. Okay, so for this next tab, this is more for buyers, just to, have you understand in this market where you need to be on these homes. One of the reasons I wanted to show this is just to give people from out of state, especially, an idea of if a property is listed in these two cities, what percentage of are the sellers receiving from that original list price. And as you can see, over the last 3 years, they're basically getting 100%. Lowest it was being 97%. So bottom line is, if you see a home listed at 500,000, they're getting 500,000. Now, what's been crazy, in the last 6 months, depending on the home, they're definitely getting 101, basically everybody on average is getting full price for their home. Of course, there's homes that are getting a little less, very rare, but you also have the homes that are listed at $560 and going for $600, $620. So just be aware that if you are trying to purchase a home in either of these two cities, you need to come in strong. You need an agent that's going to be very aggressive with your offer and with the other agent. And you, bottom line, the most important thing is when you're making these offers, you just want to be in the mix. Eventually you are going to get something with a good agent. It might take a couple months, but don't worry. A good agent's going to put you in positions on all of these homes. Now, you might not like it. You might not like paying $20,000, $30,000 over list price, but in this market, that's what a lot of people are having to do. Regardless of whether you like it or not, it's better to be upfront and be honest with you than you as a buyer get frustrated and 3 months down the line you don't even want to get in a home because you realize that your offers aren't even close to getting accepted. And then the last thing I just wanted to go over, a little bit different what I saw. You can't really see it from this graph, but there's a $30,000 difference in a lot of these months 3 years ago. I have seen the gap widen. There's $50,000, 40, 25, 50, and then it's even getting up to even 60 or 50 some months. So what I see in the last 6 months is there is a little bit of a gap in regards to home prices, what you're paying in Murrieta as opposed to what you're paying in Temecula. And as if you go up here, 18% growth in sales price, a median closed sales price, and then Murrieta is 17.4. So both areas are growing at around the same rate. I always say that Temecula, I think, will always be the leader in this area, just because they have a little more to offer. It's more of a destination for vacationers. They have the wineries, they have the casino, they have Old Town, and there's just there's just more to do, and there's more people coming here, and it's more of a destination. People are like, I want to live in Temecula. But in regards to percentage gains on properties, very similar between both Temecula and Murrieta. Okay guys, so next I wanted to talk about and show you on the MLS. I'm going to do closed sales in the last 60 days, single family residence, living area, 2,200 square feet to 2,600 square feet, and we are going to pick Temecula. And the reason I'm doing this is I just want to show you sort of what a 2,200 to 2,600 square foot home in Temecula or Murrieta is actually going to close for, or has been closing, in the last 90 days. So here we have it. So 480 is the lowest, 925 is the highest. Obviously, there's a wide range, but when you start getting into the middle here, let's say from 13 to 30, maybe even 18, at 555 down to 625, most of these homes in between these price point, these square footages, you're going to be around 545 to 620. That's sort of what I'm seeing right now. So for your mind and for your knowledge, if you want an average home in Temecula right now, expect to be around that 540 to 610, 620 price. In regards, now we're going to go back and do, where is it right here? We'll do Murrieta. Okay, and then we'll go to results. Okay, so as you can see with Murrieta, when you start going, you're down, 510 to 540. I would say, you can get in your home. So, lots of homes in around that 500 to 540, 2,200 square feet to 2,600 square feet. Now, if you'd like payments on those homes, just Google mortgage payment calculator, and you can put in your own numbers and you'll get an idea of what your mortgage payment is going to be for this priced home. So again, Temecula, you're going to be $540 to $610. In Murrieta, you're going to be anywhere from that $490 to $530 probably. Okay guys, so there you have it, Temecula versus Murrieta for 2020. And a little bit about where I feel this is going in the future. Number one, the housing market doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. Really it's historic for both buyers and sellers. Historic in way of, you're getting interest rates below 3%, which if you're doing your research, a lot of times, buying a home, even though the home prices are at historic highs, you're paying less for your mortgage payment each month than you are even for rent at this point. So historically for buyers, with interest rates, you're borrowing money at next to nothing, never really seen interest rates below 3. Obviously that is a great option for a lot of people. And if you're the seller in this market, you're naming your ticket. Multiple offers, offers over list price. So whether you're moving up to a bigger home, whether you're moving out of California, it's historically, again, as a seller, better than I think I've ever seen it. Even in 2005, or 4, when home prices were just crazy, they're actually beating those numbers now. So regardless of what you're trying to do, there's something for everybody, and obviously you can't go wrong in either of these two cities. They're both beautiful, great school districts, all of that. And if you have further questions on either one of these cities, please reach out. I do a lot of business in the area and I know this area very well. I mentioned it, my wife's a real estate appraiser, so we know values, tremendously, or we definitely have an advantage of, values in different neighborhoods, and we can pretty much tell you exactly what you're going to pay, for each neighborhood in either Temecula or Murrieta. So thank you for watching the video, and until next time, exploring Temecula.